to another video, another vlog. It's Saturday, which means it's steady state Saturday, which means it's my long run of the week. And today we're going to be attempting 5k, which I'm very excited for because I haven't ran 5k in probably about a year, maybe a bit less, but it's been a long time since I've attempted it. So still going to be focused on heart rate. Like I said, Wednesday's RPE, Saturday is going to be more heart rate training. So I'm going to be aiming for around 160 beats per minute. And fingers crossed it goes well. It's sunny, but it's very cold and it's very, very windy. So it's going to be fun, but it's going to be an interesting one to video because I don't know how well the footage is going to come out. So yeah, I'm going to get Jack to film it all.
Do tippy tappy to us. What's yours at? Mine's at 150.
Is it?
It's 156, yeah.
Is it?
I'm a beast now. You've got to remember, like, all this hard work that you're putting in now, I put in last year, and like, when I ran up that last year, my heart rate would have been like 180 or something stupid. Honestly, through the roof, man. Like, but now, it's not bad, and it drops quick as well. But yours drops quick anyway, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm already on 150. So it was like, literally a second ago, it was 180. Now it's 153.
Yeah, like the recovery
so
rate comes straight down. So
my recovery from my heart rate's high. It does drop like quick. So I remember when I first started Maf training like a year ago, you never used to do that. So I think the year in the gym has helped with that.
Yeah, gym helps.
Yeah.
100%.
So my heart rate then was pretty high. It's already dropped so much. So it's like, what I find with heart rate training is I am fit, but I definitely have a high heart rate, but I'm fit enough for it to drop really, really quick. So it's frustrating because you don't really have a long spell of walking, but you still have to walk. So it's very, very stop and start. It's not like your heart rate's high and it sits there for like a few minutes. Your heart rate's high, then it drops quick. So like I said, I'm trying to aim for around 160. It's probably not going to be that, but like it's already dropped to it now. So it's just very like stop and start. It's very hard. It's very hard to run a consistent run when, I mean, it's a good thing it drops, but it's still definitely overdressed for this run. It's actually very, very warm. I'm wearing gloves.
Gloves? Got my gloves on.
Gloves and a hat. I really don't need to be wearing either of them. It's actually very, very warm. It's just very, very windy, which is annoying. So I wore the hat because it was windy and I just like the block. This is such boring content. I don't know why I'm still talking about the hat. Right, so we're about a K in, just over a K in. And I've not mentioned yet, but Jack did a very, very good run on, was it Wednesday?
Yeah.
What did you do?
10k, 47 minutes, which is good because my goal was 49 minutes in this May coming. So the fact that it's like 2 minutes under 5 months early is weird, but good. So yeah.
So he's taking it easy today with me. He's actually running my whole 5k with me, which is very slow. But that's just heart rate training for you. That's base building with you. And yeah, it's fun. About 17 minutes in, we've just hit 2k. So obviously it's still very, very slow. I used to be doing 2k in like 9 minutes, so the pace has dropped significantly, but it's nice to run. It's nice to run steady.
This was another problem I found with like Maf was, as soon as you get any rhythm to like what you're doing, you kind of stop. So your body's not actually, all your muscles aren't getting used to what they would be doing in a race. Like in a race, it'd be consistent for the entire period of time, whereas in Maf, it's kind of like one little jog, then stop, break, recover, another little jog, then stop, break, recover. More like you're playing a game of football than running like a 10k race.
I get what you mean, but I think the argument is, if you're going to split it up as like into different mesocycles within the macro cycle, you wouldn't be doing just Maf training when it comes to the race. You'd be tapering down, you'd be doing more speed workouts. You might do one Maf run a week, or you might do one zone 2 run a week. but you wouldn't be doing as much as we're doing now. This is like the getting winter phase, it's the general physical preparedness phase. It's not specific to what you're training for. So this is all good now because we're not racing until May. So it doesn't really matter. Whereas when it comes to a few months before, a few weeks before, we are going to start adding more speed workouts into it and not as much math. So that's the difference. So yeah, fair enough. I get what you mean, because I hate it. I'm on a rhythm, I'm on a roll, and I have to stop. But if that means that basically you're playing a long-term game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Play a long-term game so that when it comes to the race, your heart rate is going to remain low when you're at your race pace.
Yeah.
I've just finished up editing those clips that you've just seen, and a lot of the clips that I wanted to include, you couldn't even understand what I was saying. The wind was terrible, and I don't even know why I thought it would be a good idea to go through a lot of things during that run. But basically, the clips that you saw were good. However, I missed a clip where I was going on about my form. So Jack noticed that when I was going downhill or when I was running slower, my form just goes all over the place, and that's a big thing for me, what I want to focus on this year. So he noticed that my foot placement, it was going more down like this, which meant that my knees and my feet were going outwards, which is what I want to avoid. So what I'm going to be saying now is, especially after reading the comments on the previous video, I'm not going to be focusing on heart rate training for a while. I want to focus on my form. I want to get that right. And I think, like somebody said in the comments, if I get that right, my heart rate will naturally come down anyway, because my body isn't overcompensating for the terrible form that I have. So Maf training, as good as it is, I think it's brilliant. I understand why people do it. I understand the benefits of it. And I regret everything that I said in that previous Maf video that I did, which has been my most viewed video. But I think for the sake of what I want to achieve this year, I would rather focus on getting stronger and focus on form rather than worrying about what's on my watch. So that's the conclusion of this video. Now, in my personal opinion, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this because of previous Maf videos that I've done, but I think as much as I agree with Maf training and I understand why people do it, I think there's far too much focus on heart rate training, which means that we're neglecting other things like enjoyment for one, and also things like form. So I've been so obsessed for the past year in getting my heart rate down that I have not taken the time to really analyse my form and correct it in order for my heart rate to come down. So I think the fitter you are, the heart rate will come down, but there are other factors which will help that, which we neglect, which might make things a little bit easier. And for me personally, the slower I run, the more my form neglects, because like I just don't run very pretty at all anyway, but when it comes to running slow, it's not good. So I'm trying to find the balance of keeping my heart rate down and also improving my form. And that's the goal for me. So I'm not going to be focusing too much on my watch like people have suggested to me. So I'm just going on a bit of a tangent, but yeah, basically form for me is key in order to crack absolutely everything that I want to achieve in terms of being a better endurance athlete. On that note, I am going to end the video because I am just going on with myself far too much, and everyone knows my opinion on Maf training. If you don't, just look back at my most viewed video and you'll see kind of the journey that I've been on with this whole heart rate kind of training. So if you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. If you're new or you just haven't done already, please subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video for a very, very exciting announcement.